My name is Kyle.
Hello and welcome to Ekiti on the Move. I am Tunji Saliu. Newmap is the acronym for Nigeria Erosion and Watershed Management Project, a World Bank-assisted multi-sectoral intervention project with the core objectives to rehabilitate degraded lands, reduce erosion and flooding disasters, and create green and sustainable environment which supports livelihood and boosts the ecosystem. Ekiti State got enlisted on the project in 2019 with key projects in two senatorial districts of the state, that is, the North and the South. Some of the projects have been completed, while others have reached advanced stages, and the impact on the people is already evident. This is our focus on the program this week. Let's first have our quick takes. When residents of Okiaku, Irele, went to bed on the night of October 3, 2019, they never expected what they saw in the morning after. It was devastating and required urgent help. Here is the story.
It was getting to the end of the year, and the rains were already thinning down. For residents of the agrarian communities of Okiaku, Irele, Ijowa in Ekole local government in Ekole North Senatorial District, it's time to welcome the dry season. But one more rain will sure be a blessing. However, what happened on the night of October 3 was more than they expected. It was a torrential downpour that washed away the connecting bridge in the communities to the rest of the state and the neighboring Kogi state. They were suddenly cut off.
The rain fell very well that day, and the next thing early in the morning that we can see, we even thank God that there is no life that lost, because the bridge, the erosion has to carry the bridge away. There is nothing on this place again, and by the grace of God, no life is lost, but everywhere is full, flooded. That very day, everybody is perplexed. There is no way for Irele and Kogi people to pass again. The farm people that have their product in the farm, they cannot go and harvest anything again that period.
Ìgbà yẹn tán bá kó ẹrù dé tí odò ń bì, a tún forí já, a wọnú odò, a kó sọdá sódì kejì. Mọ́tò tí bí a padà sọ́hùn, mọ́tò tí bí a tún máa kó, ó create a lot of problem fún àwọn oníṣòwò wa àtàwọn àgbẹ̀ gan.
But thank God for the response of my governor. That's John Kayode Fayemi. We make arrangements. I send message to him, and immediately send people to this place to come and check.
The assumption to office of Governor John Kayode Fayemi, he called for a review of ecological projects across the state with a view to seeing the strategic approach to intervene in these projects. Essentially, he commissioned a team to go around the state to ensure we capture the projects that would make the most significant impact on the community. Through the Newmap, World Bank funded Newmap project, Governor John Kayode Fayemi ensured by collaboration we put a case to the World Bank, and we ensured that we got enlisted on the project as one of the last states, called the Tier 4 states, to get enlisted on the project. And there were 3 major sets of projects that were identified as critical and requiring immediate intervention, and that would ensure that we have an impact across the state. The first set of sites are located in this area, as you can see. In Ekiti local government, we have a number of projects going on here under the Newmap, World Bank funded Newmap. We have this bridge, Arinkin Bridge, which is about 35 meters. We have the Ogbomu culvert further down the road. We have the Relay Health Center Gully Intervention site, and we have the Power 1 and 2 sites further down the road. The Power 1 and 2 sites, the Power 1 is 1.2 kilometers of drainages and earthworks. The Power 2 is about 2.5 kilometers, while the drainages in Relay is about 2.5 kilometers also. This project started in 2020. And we've been able to deliver this first set of sites by this time.
The span of our bridge here is 35-meter span. And we have other project work. The Gabion box, you can see the beauty of the work, which this is the first Gabion work we are doing in Ekiti State, and it's very beautiful. We also have other projects. The collapsed Gbonyon culvert, we have replaced it with double cell also, and the places we can easily access from Kogi to Ekiti State now. Also, we have a work at Ipao, the construction of stormwater drain, where it was a flood problem, but the people at the location, they are very happy now because they can easily access their building, their property. They are free from erosion and flood.
Iṣẹ́ ribiribi tán ṣe fún wa yìí ó tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn tó ránṣẹ́ gan-an torí gbà tí bíríìjì fi collapse a ti ẹ̀ ń sọ pé àwọn àní lè ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tán dẹ̀ wá tán wá wò ó inú wa dùn gbà tán bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ á dẹ̀ wá ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn ó tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn ó mórí wa wú. iṣẹ́ rí ìgbà tí kinní yẹn fi ṣẹlẹ̀ tí bíríìjì fi collapse o iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ èrè àgbẹ̀ àríbi kó jáde o ṣùgbọ́n ńsìn gbà tí a ti ṣe bíríìjì ńsìn kò sí ní àríbi kó ẹrù wọn gbà jáde.
This Ogbom bridge ó ti já tán pátápátá. We cannot be able to go to the other community which is Ponyan calling Kogi State. So gbogbo káàkiri ọ̀nà ọbẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ṣe drainage gbogbo àwọn omi yalé tó ń ya àdúgbò wa kò sí yẹn mọ́ ẹ̀rí gbogbo ojú ọ̀nà ṣe ń dán yẹn báyìí èmi gan mo ti lọ Jege ni mo ti ń bọ̀ nsìn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ from here to Jege ó lè gba 3 days táà ní rí mọ́tò tọ́kadà ọ̀dẹ̀ nílẹ̀ kọjá.
Well, it turned out what appeared to be a disaster for the communities and commuters plying the road may be a blessing in disguise, as the intervention of Newmap in it went beyond the collapsed bridge to include other existing environmental remediation projects to the benefit of the communities.
Ètò ìbáyé gbádùn ará ìlú Èkìtì ní. Ètò ìṣúná kò máa yé yàn Èkìtì ní.
I'm the principal of Community High School, Irele. Before this bridge was done, we normally use the students and the people in the community manual. They do the manual something, cut the raffia palms, and the planks. We put planks on the something like this, so that we'll be able to move on it, but no vehicle can pass through. So and some students cannot even pass through this place. They used to pass through the bush passed to the school, and this one makes it very difficult even to control the movement of the students. But now it's very easy now to move in and go out of the school and beautify the school. And once again, we appreciate the contractor, the government in power for remembering this community.
We are very happy because everybody can be able to come to school at any time. Even though before rainy season, to come to school is very difficult, but now that we have airports, it's very easier for us to come to school.
Ìjọba gbìyànjú fún wa níbí gan fún bọ́n ṣe bá wa darí àwọn omi torí irúbi tá a wà ọ̀gbun ni tẹ́lẹ̀ kò sí ọ̀nà ń bí àwọn ọmọ school ń gbà bímọ ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tí wọ́n dé tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bá wa ṣe iná wa dùn gan ni tí wọ́n dẹ̀ bá wa ṣe tó dẹ̀ dá.
Dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àjọ Newmap àti ìjọba Ekiti àti àwọn agbaṣẹ́ṣe wa JATFEM iléeṣẹ́ JATFEM fún iṣẹ́ bìrìbìrì tán bá wa ṣe lórí àrìnkẹ́ ògbómú ọ̀nà community high school wa tí wọ́n bá wa ṣe adúpẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn.
In the course of the project, there were certain people that were affected, and the welfare of the people, the safety of the people is very paramount to us as a project, both according to the Ekiti state government policy and the World Bank policy. We ensured that all the project affected persons were compensated duly under the philosophy that we leave them better than we met them. Community relations were well managed, the local people were engaged for labor, and generally we saw an improvement in livelihoods of the local community.
Ìgbà tán ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ibi ló wà tó jẹ́ pé ibi tí wọ́n bá ṣiṣẹ́ dé àwọn nǹkan àlùmọ́ọ́nì wa tí ó bá wà ní environment ibẹ̀ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn compensate wa wọ́n fún wa ní nǹkan tó tọ́ àti nǹkan tó yẹ.
ní a máa fún wa wọn ní ṣùgbọ́n kì í ṣe unitán rìn wá pé tó bá yá wọn á pè wá ìgbà ó dẹ̀ yá wọn pè wá wọ́n dẹ̀ fún wa lówó fún igi tíìkì ó tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba fún ribiribi tán ṣe fún wa bí.
mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn àjọ Newmap fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ tán ṣe fún mi nígbà tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ workshop mi bí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ó ní affected láti ọ̀dọ̀ wọn so wọ́n dẹ̀ responsible fún mi wọ́n fún mi lówó láti tún ṣe so ìdí yẹn mo fi dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ wọn gangan.
I'm very grateful to His Excellency Dr. John Kayode Fayemi for the beautiful job he has done in Ijowa Ekiti. Ijowa community has become a new community. Like your name, it is now a new map for anybody coming into this community to see. And we are very grateful to him. May the Lord bless him, give him long life and good health.
À ń fi àsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba wa, gómìnà wa, ọlọ́mọ̀wé wa tó mọ iyì ènìyàn pé a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o lórí iṣẹ́ ribiribi tẹ́ ẹ ṣe ní ipa o èyí tẹ́ ẹ ṣe lókè àkó orí bíríìjì àrìnkẹ́ la wà yìí àti tẹ́ ẹ ṣe ní Ìrèlè a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o ẹ ṣé gan-an ni o ìjọba Fáyẹmí ẹ ṣé o.
Wow, how else can a project intervention be more impactful, touching every segment of the society, and especially the 5 pillars of the Governor Kayode Fayemi's administration? That is, knowledge economy, agric and rural development, infrastructure, and even social investment, touching the well-being of the people. Well, Newmap is not yet done, as its intervention in the south of the state, especially Ekiti, followed similar trend in Okeako, only that in a larger scale. Yeah.
The projects across Ekiti in the South Senatorial District include Aya 1 and 2 gully erosion control work, the 2.6-kilometer BC Aloba Adobon Channelization Project, Afao Oreibu Community Gully Erosion Control Project, and the newly completed Ajolagun Bridge, which had cut off thousands of residents from the main town for many years.
This is the BC Aloba Duogbon project channel. It's a over 2-kilometer channel from the University of Education Road all the way down to Ajolagun Bridge. As you can see, work is progressing. We are on track to deliver. The concrete bays are being cast right now. The walls are coming up. We've done excavation of all the stretch from the beginning to the end. The walls are on track. The walls are on track. The base are on track, and we are very much in line to deliver according to our objectives.
The time of delivery that we are working towards is the end of March. By the end of March, we should be able to round up the project from the College Road to Ajolagun Bridge. And the work is seriously going with different gangs on site. The people running the blinding, the iron benders, the carpenters and the casters are going on simultaneously on site, so that we'll be able to meet up with the challenge ahead of us.
We also have a lot of rock excavation, a lot of removal of poor quality material to be replaced by suitable materials, which is also going on effectively well. We are also doing a lot of work on the casting of the base, the setting of the base reinforcement, and then the construction of the walls. So all these ones are going on effectively well. By the time the project is completed, definitely the flooding issue will be over, and then you can see more development. People will come nearer to the channel to develop all those areas that are always inundated and overwhelmed by flooding. So it's going to impact most positively in terms of the living condition, in terms of the safety of people to cross the channel when it's in flood. All those barriers will be removed.
Can say this government of Fayemi and World Bank, they are mainly for in fact for Ikere in terms of erosional control, because this laudable project has never been done in the state ever since the creation of the state, and this is one of the best and the most gigantic project that we can easily commend upon. This project is not even just 100 years to come. It's more or less an everlasting, though nothing is everlasting, but it's more or less an everlasting, because I don't see anything that can easily destroy it. No erosion can have any negative impact on it again. So with that, we really appreciate it.
These are the tribute to Aiha River. That's the main Aiha River there, but these ones are the tribute to it. We are doing flood control. All this area are flooded area, so with this channel now, we are able to take all the floods from this area, so at least this area will be habitable.
Specifically, we are working on Kajola, Temidire axis, the Aiha channel. We're constructing a 2.8 by 2.3 wide channel all the way from Kajola upstream to terminate in the Aiha River proper itself. We're progressing very well. We're making good progress. We hope to deliver. We've promised that we'll be delivering by the termination date, which is in a few months' time. And the progress we've made so far convinces me that what we are done, we are making good progress.
Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún iṣẹ́ takuntakun táwọn Mr. Gómìnà bá wa ṣe. Then atúndúpẹ́ náà lọ́wọ́ àjọ Newmap, because bí wọ́n ṣe sọ pé lágbára Ọlọ́run pé wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ sùn níbí, wọ́n dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà láyọ̀ tàlàáfíà. Then àwọn àdúgbò náà à ń yọjú sí wọn nígbà kọ̀ọ̀kan tá à ń kí wọn. Adúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ náà bí tí wọ́n bá iṣẹ́ náà dé. Ìgbà tí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ bí lomi máa ń ya sọ́túnṣòsì kí ó lè dàbí kó lè gbé àwọn ọmọ wẹ́wẹ́ lọ, ṣùgbọ́n lè ṣe níbi tí wọ́n sì bá dé báyìí. Adúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. So kò sí kọ́múkọ́mù kan pé bóyá omi tún lè ya lu ilé kankan láti ìgbà tí wọ́n ti ṣe.
Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àjọ Newmap pé wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun ládùúgbò wa,
gbogbo ibi tó mi ti ń dà wá láàmú ní gbogbo àdúgbò wọ́n bá wa ṣe so a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn gan so a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba ẹ ṣé o.
ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì kúlẹ̀ òyì ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ìmọ̀ tí gòkè àgbà o ayé ayé a ò láyé ọmọ Fáyẹmí. ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ìpínlẹ̀ yẹ. ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì kúlẹ̀ òyì ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ìmọ̀ tí gòkè àgbà o ayé ayé a ò láyé ọmọ Fáyẹmí.
Just like the Okeako Irele, the bridge connecting the Ajolagan community to the rest of Ikere Township and neighboring Ondo State suddenly gave way, and life became unbearable for the people. While the makeshift pedestrian bridge could serve momentarily for pedestrians, residents, motorists, commuters, and others whose business involved logistics were in for hard times.
This bridge has collapsed. It's September 1, 2019, collapsed finally. That nobody can move on the thing unless the community, we gathered our leaders, we make a donation to make a pedestrian. A lot of difficulties during the bridge collapse, because for those people that they are just building their house in the town, they are buying a load of sand at the rate of 20,000, but due to the collapse of the bridge, we are paying 60,000 naira. Because when we drop the sand here, the people that will pack it, they will pay 20,000 naira. They will collect 20,000 naira. Then the caster, because we have standby caster up there to move it to the side, they pay under 20,000 naira, making 60. So economic is bad. Even living is bad, but we don't have option. Then the Newmap came on board. They called us, we made an interaction. They did like a seminar session to us. So then they put things together. They completed the bridge. Thank God.
Little wonder that when Mr. Governor took a tour of the projects recently, it was a jubilant and appreciative community that received him on the side, thanking him for the responsive intervention. And if there were apprehensions about work in progress, they got words of assurance from their governor.
I have said repeatedly that we will work till the last day in office, and whatever it takes for us to deliver on the promises we have made to our people, we will do that. This network of roads and channelization for erosion management in Ikere is just one aspect of that. If you've seen all the places we've been to, it is a network that takes care of all the flooding issues that we've been having in this large community here in Ekiti South. And I'm reasonably convinced that the contractors, different contractors are working on it, by the way, they would finish the work on time and on cost. Yes, we're mindful of the rains, but we still have quite a bit of time. You can see that by the time they link all the channelized areas and resurface the road and the drains, it should be finished by June latest. and rains will not have taken over at that time. And we need to finish this before the rains take over anyway, so that what has been experienced by this community, thousands of houses are under the threat of being submerged by water. And that's what we're trying to address here with this erosion management project. You can see the quality of the work that is being done. And don't forget, we're not the only one assessing this. The World Bank also has its consultants. This is something we're doing in partnership with the World Bank. And we're convinced that we've chosen the right contractors and they're putting in their best. And we're monitoring them. That's why I'm here.
Somebody said, JKF bringing joy wherever he goes. It is indeed a season of consolidation, building for transformation. Just to let you know, this is not all what Newmap is doing in Ekiti. There is also an ambitious afforestation program that was kicked off in October 2021. We'll bring you that story in a subsequent episode. Okay, that's where we'll draw the curtain on this week's episode of Ekiti on the Move. You can watch this episode and previous editions on our YouTube channel, Ekiti on the Move. You can also reach us via our other social media platforms showing on your screen. Till then, goodbye.
Ìpínlẹ̀